Ladies and gentlemen, I have returned for another mini cast. Okay, welcome back to Lidat. And as always, this is your host, Sam. Today we are talking about the highly controversial figure, Dylan Mulvaney. Now, this figure is controversial for multiple reasons, so I want to be very careful because I know how YouTube get down. YouTube will shadow ban you to oblivion, and I don't want that stuff. I want to make sure I make my poignant points come across as succinctly as possible while letting people who have differing views about whatever's going on be heard as well. Okay, because I understand that there's no technical right or wrong when it comes to this issue. There's going to be people that believe this is extremely wrong. There's going to be people that think this is extremely right, and it should be super inclusivity in regards to all spaces of entertainment, what children see and whatnot. And I think there's definitely a happy medium, and I think I'll try to help bridge the gap between people. Now, if you do not know who Dylan Mulvaney is, I will go through some of Dylan's videos so you guys can see that. So you guys can see that. I'll also talk about the controversy, and the reason I'm even bringing this up in the first place is because Dylan just recently won a streaming award for Breakout Creator of the Year. Now, do I think Kai should have won that? Yeah. Do I think Speed probably should have won that? Yeah. I mean, Speed just hit 20 million followers, subscribers on YouTube like not so long ago. Kai was so popular that you have YouTubers asking for him to be inside their videos and whatnot. People are pulling up to New York for him. He's shutting down all of New York City just on how popular he is alone. And while Dylan basically made $1 billion company go under, but that's just my opinion. Let me show you some of the videos of Dylan real quick first, so you guys have an idea, and then we'll move on from there a little bit. But give me 1 second. Oh, two. Yep. So I'm gonna show you some of Dylan's videos. I'm gonna show you a little bit of how Dylan was able to pop off, become just culturally significant. I'm also gonna show what people are talking about, and just in regards to how people view just a little bit of the trans situation that's going on right now, where they kind of draw the line and where people feel like there shouldn't be a line at all. Okay. So
Stage 2, 3, and 4, I had some of the most insane swelling I've ever experienced in my entire life. I felt like I got stung by 1,000 bees. On the 5th day, they were able to take out my drains, and on the 7th day, they took out my upper lip stitch right here. By this time, I didn't really have a great grasp on what I was gonna look like, and I realized that trying to process my new look wouldn't be productive because it wasn't the finish line yet. But at the 2-week mark, which happened to be my birthday,
well, here's something I will say, right? It's that just in general, and this is gonna be a hot topic. I'm about to say something that it was not really that hot, but it's gonna kind of just open people's minds to what I believe is going on. This is not just really a trans kind of situation, right? It's really people who are prone, in my opinion, and I am not a doctor. I am not any type of psychiatrist. I mean, psychiatry is like fake science anyway, but there goes the controversies I can give you guys in the first 5 minutes so you guys can keep cooking. But people who lean towards depressive just in the first place seem to do things like this. This isn't strictly a trans situation. Women also go through insane amount of surgeries to affirm the way they want to feel about themselves, right? So, I don't really see the for the people that really want this whole trans thing to disappear. I don't really see that happening. If you've ever been a part of paying for a woman's breast augmentation or buttocks augmentation, or you kind of like those videos on Instagram or wherever you kind of like those videos or pictures at, it is pushing it is creating a situation where more and more people are going to become more depressed just in general. And I see the same thing for men now. Now what's going on with men is that a lot of men are taking more steroids and trend and whatnot, because obviously when you have this influx of femininity, you get this depressive kind of state. And with masculinity, I mean, even if people don't really want to agree with me on the standpoint and whatnot, you do get this inferiority. It's kind of different. Depressive is you feel heart hyper bad about yourself, and you're thinking about hurting yourself, or it's kind of not the, it's kind of also the not good enough thing, but it's a little bit more than that. It's more of a, it's really hard to explain. Again, this is why I'm not a psychiatrist. It's more of a I hate myself kind of feeling, right? While as inferiority is like, I need to be this, I need to be the best, I need to do this, I need to do that. I do believe men are going through that in terms of, you have rising figures with these bodies, and you have these movies and whatnot. So that's affecting guys as well. Granted, there are some fat men that they just get down, they don't give hell, and there's also some fat women that do the exact same thing. But I think for the most part, I think both sexes are dealing with something very similar, and no one's really even talking about it at all. But that even goes to the trans issue, or just the trans situation. I want to say issue where it's clear to me that these people are more of a depressive mindset. So they're trying to do anything in their power to affirm exactly how they feel about themselves.
Had my nose cast removed. Oh, it's a new nose. And the staples and screws taken out of my scalp, which was probably the most satisfying part, because even though they didn't hurt, it still freaked me out, and I felt a little bit like, I'm having dinner at this amazing restaurant called Bloody Mary's in Bora Bora, and out front they have a sign with all the celebrities that have eaten here, and I come out and they added my name to the wall right under Snoop Dogg was here last week. Oh my God, who needs a star on the Hollywood Walk? Dylan does Denmark. I'm here with.
Oh hell no! Nah. Okay, I'm out of here. Oh hell no! Nah. Let me stop that. Let me not ruin anything. Let me not get myself canceled. Not again. But see, I think those videos, just in general, whether you enjoy them or not, don't enjoy them, I believe they're not bad. And even if someone were to hate on it, like, there will really be nothing they can point to. They just don't like it. Now, here's the thing, and here's the issues that a lot of people aren't really taking into account. But before that, let's go into this Bud Light stuff, because Dylan and the CEO of Bud Light, or whatever the name of the company is, made a crazy decision, and they did not understand their base, right? Just so you guys understand, the main people that are thrusting and loving this kind of whole trans idea are going to be the depressive people. And just statistically speaking, most depressive people are going to be of feminine thinking. This is not to say there's all going to be women, but majority of it is going to be women. I mean, it's the same reason why a lot of music videos, in terms of uh, male or female rap videos, they kind of steered towards women, because that's where all the support is going to be. One of the main markets in the world. If you get women on your side, you basically going to sell forever. But outside of that, so depressive people are pushing this forward, right? And when you're selling something like beer to people that work hard, they go home, they really don't care about any political stuff. They just want to go home, relax, drink a beer, and these are football people. These are people that watch war movies, and you're gonna use the spokesperson that's the complete opposite way of thinking to market to these people because of inclusivity. Now, do I have a problem with inclusivity? Sometimes, right? It really depends. I don't need Superman to be Dominican. Okay, I don't care about having Superman Dominican. I mean, that doesn't matter to me whatsoever, right? the trans community represents a very small minority of the country, right? Of the world just in general. And you decided as your marketing stunt to pit Dylan Mulvaney, a person that posted a video saying 30 days after being a girl, as the spokesperson or the, I don't even know what you would describe it. Dylan was basically Flo from, is it Progressive? I think it's Progressive. Basically Flo from Progressive, right? And I don't care what y'all say. I fuck with Flo. Flo, she cool. But Dylan, you just gotta, you're not gonna make a video of hugs and kisses to soldiers you about to send to war. It's not gonna do. You have to make something cool. You have to understand what you're marketing to. This is simple marketing 101. 101. I don't understand why they would do this. They cost themselves about $1 billion. As for last I read, cost themselves about $1 billion. They're probably going to sell their company. I mean, you can't keep it going because that's it. The damage is already done. I think they lost like almost $400 million within the first quarter of the whole controversy. So, again, another reason I brought this up was because of the Kai thing. I don't understand. I mean, because of the streaming awards, I'm not sure. I don't understand why Kai didn't win. I don't understand why Speed didn't win. There was no one close to them in terms of creative this year. They controlled the market the entire time. I mean, you've had what's his name? You have had multiple rappers. I mean, I understand. I mean, maybe not even Aiden Ross. I mean, Aiden Ross kind of got canceled, but even then, I mean, Andrew Tate being in jail, huge all year, right? You have, I don't know. I don't know. I guess Breakout is kind of subjective. I would say Breakout definitely would be Kai or Speed, but that's just me. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Okay. So now I'm gonna talk a little bit more about why this is more of an issue than people think it is. The reason why this is becoming more of an issue in the minds of people that will vote on 2024 is that kids are being involved. I think for the most part, if you talk to almost anyone, they don't really, not only did they not care initially, they don't really care. The issue and what's getting people hyped up, or just getting hyper passionate about the situation that's going on right now, is the fact that they're trying to involve children and school and whatnot. There are countless books that have been written and that have been produced in elementary schools about this is normal, and where it talks about how kids should essentially. I mean, I really don't want to talk about it. It's essentially promoting sexual ideas to not only minors but children, which is sickening. Right? So when you start to involve children in this kind of stuff, parents are gonna just go, no, we're not gonna allow this to happen. I mean, you've had nothing but countless articles and news programs try to tell you, oh, we decide what your kids learn, and then I mean, obviously parents are like, well, bet money, like that's not what's gonna happen. Yeah, so that's what's going on there. Now on the other end, I understand that people really want inclusivity, right? And I'm not opposed to people wanting that or receiving that. The problem I have is, or the problem I believe most people have is, outside of children, is when you induce or kind of just mush your worldview onto someone else. And just so I can flip it around, I know this for a fact. I mean, I'm a Christian. I definitely have certain values. Obviously, I fail them all the time. There's only one perfect being ever that's ever existed. I am nowhere near that. So before I continue to push forward, no one besides Christians, if a Christian were to throw their ideals in front of an atheist, the atheists would just get yucked. They don't care. They're very opposed to the idea. I'm sure some atheists would switch over, obviously, but for the most part, they don't want to be bothered with it. They don't want they don't want your worldview up basically making them do what they want to do. It's the exact same thing with abortion issues now. It's like, and I do think that the Christians aren't, for the most part, Christian leaders aren't approaching this kind of conversation in the most intelligent way, because they're throwing their religion at people's face, which I'm okay with because I'm a Christian myself, and I feel like that's a lot of the views I have is self-explanatory through my beliefs. But there's a reason why church and state and government is just separated. So I understand that. But I forgot where I was going with this tirade. But okay. So so that's what I'm talking about. You don't want to throw your viewpoints at other people and just force it down their throats. Because all you're going to do is just annoy them, and you're going to galvanize them against yourself. And once you start galvanizing them against yourselves, all you're doing is creating a group that will then galvanize other people against your group. And then, I mean, I right now already think 2024 is gonna be a landslide victory. I mean, the mugshot came out, gangster. I mean, you got the hood. Let me leave that alone. But yeah, I mean, that's a little bit of my views on Dylan Mulvaney and the whole situation that's going on there. Again, this is a little mini podcast. Unfortunately, my guest and my host wasn't able to record today, but things happen. We'll definitely be on top of this, doing it again. I appreciate you guys. The last video did crazy. I appreciate all the support I've been getting. The reels have been going off. The shorts have been going off. The videos have been going off. We're close to 200 subscribers. Let's get to 200 by the end of. Can we do it by the end of the month? I think I'm at like 8 off. If you got 8 off, not 8 off. Okay. Like, subscribe, share. I mean, I appreciate all the support I'm getting. We love you guys. Peace out.